Yeah.
Work, 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 work. To me, work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. Cause I'm about that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, in the cafe,
It's just entertainment purpose. It's not. It's just entertainment purpose. It's not.
In the case of anybody.
This is just entertainment purpose. It's not.
Hi, you here for Hot Tea. I wanted to make this video really quick after watching the Lamh Chantsville trailer. So let's get into it. I'm not going to make this intro too long, so don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you are updated when I upload, and you can be up to date with all of the latest Lamh Chantsville drama. So talking about Kimmi is going to give me a lot of anxiety, you guys, because we all know that she is battling a health issue, a major health issue. We do wish her the best and we hope that she have a speedy recovery, but that does not mean that she is safe from being held accountable this season, because Kimmi's character definitely is something that has to be broken down thoroughly as well. Only because they're on a reality show. If this was a regular person, who would even care to even break anything down? But because we're seeing their characters displayed on national television, that is why I draw interest. And I think I have to make that disclaimer for the dodos that get in the comments and say, who cares? Also, speaking of the dodos in the comments, not everybody is a dodo, but I definitely want you guys to know I have anxiety, okay? I know I get on this thing and I'm just talking, but I have anxiety. So if I'm reading your comments and it feel like you shading me, I'm going to shade your ass back and I'm not going to care about it. So talk to me nice in the comments, and don't bring y'all ass over here talking about these people kids in a derogatory manner. Like, it's just not cool. It's not okay. We are about to speak about what these people display on the TV and what they are giving us on the TV show. We are not here to sit down and break down how these people children look. I think that's absolutely absurd. And I want y'all to know I am a millimeter. But if y'all do that to any of these people children, I'm going to cuss your ass out. So find you something safe to do. And we expose over here. So before you go talking about people kids, make sure you know we expose over here. However, also in my opinion, this is a safe topic because Monster is 16 years old. We are not speaking about him in a negative way unless it is anything that he had shown on the TV show or in the trailer. Also, seeing how all of the Scotts sat on the stage and justified Wanda's derogatory nastiness toward little baby sugar mama, I feel like they should really like put a pin in it. Like, there's nothing that we are going to be discussing today that would warrant them freaking out, especially considering they didn't have that energy when Wanda was walking around on live holding up a side-by-side photo of sugar mama and another man saying that she's someone else's child. I need y'all to keep that in mind as we discuss these things in the future. These people sat on national television and said that it was not a big deal and that Ms. Wanda was not discussing Sugar Mama, and that should not have affected Sugar Mama in any way, shape, or form because she was discussing Melody. These the same people that were mad about Monster vaping in the bathroom. I'm just throwing that out there. So based on the clip that Lamh Chantsville released, I was actually interested and intrigued to find out more about Kimmi and Monster's relationship. I wanted to do a little bit more digging because that is something that is interesting to me, because you have to understand Monster would kind of be what you would consider an Eminem kid if we think that Maurice and Kimmi were actually seeing each other while Kiowa and Maurice were still going through a divorce or before they even got their divorce. So realistically, Monster would be on the other side of the playing field, if you know what I mean. I think that the Lamh Chantsville fan base is based on a few different people. You have the scorned women who can actually relate to Melody and who have actually dealt with the narc. You have the side chicks, right? You have the single women that just wants to be involved somewhere, anywhere within the aspect. And then something that nobody actually pointed out until I watched Chit Chat Live, you have the children from both the side chick and the married woman. So I really think that this is going to be an interesting deep dive, because I think that I can relate more on this side of Lamh Chantsville. And just to clarify, single women and married single women are still some way in the same category when we're talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville.
I will have things before the home and school.
Discipline's where's here.
Okay. Discipline and punishment, we talked about that. I feel like you should be able to support.
Kimmy's earned the right to discipline Monster at whatever level.
No.
The first question I have for everybody, what do you think about this topic? I personally, because one of my subscribers told me that they disagree with me, they feel like anybody that lives in their house, they get to discipline. They get the discipline. And I understand that to a certain extent. Like if I go to my neighbor's house or something like that and I'm with the kids or whatever, we get in trouble. We all get in trouble at the same time. You know, we all getting the same consequences, and then the neighbor is going to tell my mama that she whooped my ass. I get that part of it. But I was coming from more of a standpoint, because I put this in my last video when I showed you guys the trailer. I didn't really like that Marceau or Maurice, I get them mixed up, but I didn't really like that Maurice wanted Kimmi to have the same, to be able to discipline Monster at however she feels fit, because her and Kiowa are not on a good page, if you ask me. They're still not really at the best co-parenting stepmom-mom relationship, if you ask me. So I just don't think a woman that cannot call me before she disciplines my child can discipline my child. That's just my opinion, but y'all get in the comments and y'all let me know. Shout out to Monster. He was 5th in his high jump competition. I think Monster, well, not a thing. Monster is in high school, so shout out to him. Also, I'm glad Kiowa is coming back on this season, because Kiowa is real. And I know you guys don't like Kiowa. You think she's bitter, but Kiowa knows something about this relationship that we don't. All commentary is alleged and in my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. I know you guys like Kimmi and she comes across as like a sweet person, but Kimmi is actually very readable to me. Kimmi is very sneaky. Kimmi is very sly. Kimmi is one of those micro aggressors that you have to really watch in order to pay attention. In order to see what she's actually doing. I believe there is some truth to what Kiowa was saying about the beginning of Kimmi and Maurice's relationship, and that's just my opinion. I also think Monster feels or may know a little bit more than what we will know initially. With that being said, I'm not saying that Kimmi isn't a great stepmother and that she doesn't love Monster and that she doesn't have his best interests at heart. Step parents shouldn't insert themselves in parents' business, especially when it's a tricky co-parenting relationship, especially if the ex-wife already feels like you are a part of the demise of the family. And I know you guys are probably going to be like, oh, that's something Kiowa has to get over. And I do think that's something that she is over. However, like I said, Kimmi comes across as a bit sneaky. That's all I'm saying. With that being said, this isn't to say that there is some issues with Kimmi and her stepson, but I did notice a few things that my sneaky stepmother would do. So y'all look at this. Someone made a comment in my comments on my last video saying, I don't think Kimmi and Monster are that close. And I don't really think they are too. I think Kimmi tolerates Monster, and I think Monster knows Kimmi tolerates him, if that makes any sense. So Kimmi posted this video on her Instagram, and it just says, you know, this is what happened in my weekend. So she was just showing us what happened in her weekend. It was also Monster's birthday, and I just noticed that she didn't even tag him. I just thought that was weird, you know what I mean? And when she does tag Monster, oh, shout out to Melody, because she was just saying happy birthday to Monster. I noticed her tags are always different from Maurice's tags. So if you look at this video or in this picture, she is saying happy birthday. But if you go to his dad page, he's tagging his son's Instagram. So at first I'm like, oh, he's 16. He don't want his parents to have his real Instagram. But I mean, her husband tags his real Instagram, but she continues to tag his old Instagram. I don't know. I just thought that was weird. And stepmoms can be weird, you guys. I'm not saying this is what Kimmi is doing. I'm just saying I do think that's weird. You see your husband use his actual tag. Why won't you use his actual tag? And I just look at it from like, my stepmom would be like, oh, I said happy birthday. Oh, well, I didn't see you say happy birthday. And then she would show it and show like my tag, but the wrong tag. I just feel like that is, I'm not projecting my situation because this has never happened to me. I just feel like that is something that a sneaky stepmom would do. And because I feel like Kimmi is microaggressive, it comes across like, oh, it's just, oh, she didn't know. Oh, it's just a, small incident. It's not that big of a deal. But then I also asked, but why did you tag, oh, what I did this weekend, and then tag your husband and your son, but not your stepson when that weekend was his birthday? I just, again, microaggression is something about Kimmi. I also noticed with this video with the correct tag, Kimmi also didn't comment and everybody was in support of Monster. So it is my theory that Kiowa acts the way that she acts toward Kimmi because Monster probably goes and tell her, some of the things that goes on within the household and Kiowa don't like it. And that's just how it comes across, like she just can't fake it. And that's not to say that Kimmi, like I said, don't love her stepson and don't want the best for him. But, and that's not even to say that this is even a big deal. I just realized that he doesn't follow Kimmi. Kimmi doesn't follow him. Kimmi doesn't even follow the page that she be tagging, the little Miami Reese. So that's just something that I noticed, you guys. So don't go up in them people comments bothering them about it. But if you want to go and see, go and look. Regardless, y'all let me know what you think. I'm excited that Kiowa is back. I want to hear her opinions and thoughts on everything that's been going on because Maurice and Kimmi like to lie. Kiowa gonna let you know what it is and what's going on. She even is gonna like hint to certain things that we may or may not know that is going on. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what you think. Am I reaching? Or is this, really not that big of a deal? Who cares? Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Yeah. Work, 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 work. What you do me? Work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. 'Cause some about that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, in the cafe,
It's just entertainment purpose. It's not. It's just entertainment purpose. It's not.
Meant to be in the case of anybody.
This is just entertainment purpose. It's not.